I was just joking. But we are back to the Final Fantasy IX playthrough, and we're going to continue to explore Alexander here with our good pal, Vivi, which we actually don't know that his name is Vivi just yet. But potential spoilers, I'm sure. Yeah. I think those three are a reference to, the sisters, I believe, throughout the Final Fantasy series. If I'm not mistaken. I'm so happy. I mean, did you see her face? That's the face of happiness right there. What a show it shall be, I'm sure. Check this guy out. It was the Middle Ages. I guess mustaches was just a trend then. I mean, there's still sort of a trend. I mean, there's a wanted poster over there. Can't really make out who that's supposed to be based off of. If it's just based off of anybody, or just there to just be there. Anything that's highlighted in blue is something to keep in mind. You know, it's like a key point or clue to... Yeah, it's basically a clue to where you need to go, or a clue to where you can find a specific treasure. Yellow is usually like keywords and whatnot. Kind of reminiscent of Final Fantasy 2 now that I think about it. I still haven't beaten that game. In fact, I actually didn't really play that game that much at all. She's scary. City people are so scary. Indeed, Vivi. Indeed, but country people can be just as terrifying as well. Alright, Fishman. That's a terrifying face to just stumble upon on top of the stairs there, I gotta say. There's not a really whole... It's kind of funny. There's not a whole lot of stuff here in this particular building. You know, just building atmosphere, I suppose one could say. Oh boy, this game here. Okay, so you gotta do like an incredible amount of jumps to get the best prize in this game. You can go for it here now. But there's a, you can do it later on in the game too, and we're gonna focus on doing that later on in the game. But I do a couple attempts here. I can't exactly remember the number that you have to get the best prize. But like I said, we're gonna do this a couple times, but it's not gonna be the main focus until later on in the playthrough. And I'm gonna go for it. I don't know if it's harder on the HD version because timing might be off. I don't know. And also, I also have to keep in mind, I'm actually playing this game off the PS4 original, not the PS4 Pro, where, I don't know, actually, I don't know the technicalities of it and all, but I know frame rate does affect some games. I don't know if it affects all games, like Final Fantasy IX here. I really need to do research before doing commentary, don't I? Oh, hey, Dante. How you doing? I just don't know why. Just Dante the sign maker or whatever, sign repairman. Just sounds funny to me. Also, we introduced a rat kid. He ran into us earlier. To progress with plot, we got to talk to him to become his slave. But at the moment, we're gonna look around first before we do that. So don't be afraid to say no. You'll be able to do it later. You're not gonna be locked out of the game for saying no. That's where you're supposed to look for your jump rope high scores. You're gonna want to do it a couple of times though, because there's a letter you'll get in the castle. We'll go more into the letters in just a moment. It's a little girl who helped us with our ticket earlier. Very nice little girl. I'm sure she'll grow up to be a nice lady. We're just trying to wait for her to leave the house so we can get past her to go get some treasures upstairs in that room. Or, yeah, in that house, in that room. Not Mittens. Alright, so we got a little side quest here. Let's go look for Mittens. Basically, he's at the entrance of the entrance of town. A tint. Very nice to have. Now, we could do this now since we said no to Punk, aka Rat Kid. Otherwise, we would have to wait to do this later. That's a tiny little treasure chest. And we got some cards. Oh, there she goes. Okay. So let's... Oh, well, I'm gonna talk to her first. Okay, I'll try not to drop my ticket, even though it's kind of point... Well, no, you still keep this ticket as a key item. A whole 3 gil. You just stole a little girl's life savings, Vivi. You're a monster. Sorry if you hear any squeaking in the background. That's this chair. It's a little odd. Okay, to activate Punk to come back, you gotta go over here. And then go back. But first, we're gonna find Mittens. Mittens the kitten. Kitten the Mittens. I think that was actually hit running off screen there. Yeah, Theodore. And here's Mittens. What a nice kid. Now we go talk to him and we'll get rewarded. Because side quest stuff. But what can little Tom give us for a reward? We shall see. Yep, see, here's Punk just looking at that ladder, kind of hinting, he's like, hey, we need to get the story going. It's like, hey, I need to do some stuff. We got a bomb card. Very nice. Is it a good bomb card? I couldn't tell you. Not yet, anyway. Do I do another thing, a jump rope? I do not. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to Punk. Because we pretty much, I believe, did everything we can at this point. Say, I want to know. Say, I told you somebody was coming, but you didn't believe me. But yeah, this is Alloway Jack. We were told to talk to him about learning about cards. Actually, if you don't talk to him, he'll actually pickpocket you and run off with your money or so. Try to talk to him before that happens. Or just follow Punk. Okay, we're just gonna skim through here, but basically Alloway Jack here teaches you about how to play card games. I will say... I'll say this first. I prefer Final Fantasy VIII's card game more than 9. I don't think that's much of a weird opinion, considering that. Well, hold on, because Final Fantasy XI had a card game based on it. Was it based on Terra Master? Hold on. I got my phone here. I can just look it up, can't I? Before I say something really dumb. But I will say while this is loaded up that I do prefer Final Fantasy VIII's card game over 9. Even it's kind of funny because 9 was actually working on the card game for the first time in the series first, and then 8 did theirs at some point. You can probably hear the texting on my phone here. Speaking of card games, I was collecting the actual trading card game that they Square released based on the Final Fantasy series. I don't play the game, so I don't know really much about the rules, but I do like collecting. I like that they use the official artwork and whatnot. I am in the process of trying to collect them. I kind of stopped because money management and whatnot, so that's a thing. And by the way, here's the card game. It's not gonna be the main focus. I am gonna try to get all the cards. Now, there's a limit how many cards you can hold, though, so be careful with that. Okay, so, yeah, okay, Final Fantasy XI did their card game based... That's right. They did theirs based on this 9. See? But we're doing another card game here, so, like, they explain what's going on. Like, you talk to other people and they talk about how to actually play the game. I'm not gonna just sit here and try to explain how to play the game. I kind of just wing it. And as you can see, each card can have different values and different arrows. So it's not like every card is the same, which is kind of interesting, I will say that. But like I said, card games is not going to be a mainstay of this playthrough. Unless it's like a particular card that I need to get from this particular person at this point in time or something like that. I think there's, we'll get to it, but there's one case where you can win a card. And I don't think it's one of a kind. I think you can win it somewhere else, too, but if I recall correctly. But anywho, let's continue with the story here. That's meta, climbing a ladder with a ladder. And here we are, introduced to Moogles, a mainstay in the Final Fantasy series. First introduced in Final Fantasy 2? 3? 3. 2. I remember Beavers in 2. Man, I should know this. What in the world? Was it 3? Holy cow, I'm terrible at this. I apologize. This guy here, he's a wandering Moogle. We're going to be running through him throughout the playthrough, so he'll be very handy. Basically, this is where Mognet becomes a thing, where you can deliver letters to other Moogles. You know, you get some interesting, you know, lore and whatnot. It's a neat little side quest. And they're also act as your save points, too, and 10 points. Okay. I know I said 2, but in the back of my mind, I think it was 3. But yeah, Moogles was first introduced in Final Fantasy 3. Now, Beavers were in Final Fantasy 2, and I think, really, that's the... kind of stayed there? Little test playthrough there. But yes, so Moogles are cool. I did wanted to check something here. Cause I think you do have to do a certain number of jump rope things before you get that to appear. But you do want that to appear though for the Moogle side quest to continue. Well, not to continue, but to... You want to do it. And don't worry, I may look like I messed up here, and I think I did. But I did fix it later on, so we're good. We're good, basically, in this playthrough. Poor Vivi. He's just a terrified little child. In fact, if I recall, actually, isn't he the youngest character in the Final Fantasy series? I think so. Jesus. See, what they don't show is that plank actually hits little Theodore in the head because he wouldn't slow down for his sister. And or friend. Whatever their relation was. Yeah, be sure to look in every nook and cranny up here because there are items here. Oh, and this is where we're introduced to Vivi's name. Appears to be 9. Keep that in mind. That's a kind of funny name. By the way, my name's Punk. It's like, yeah, because Punk's not as silly. I love all the sound effects that goes into this game. It's pretty neat. All the different footsteps and whatnot. 63 Gil. Chimneys. All kinds of effects. I love the details of this game. It's a good game. I don't care what anybody says. This game's a good game. Alright, but this is going to conclude this part of the playthrough. In the next part, we're actually going to be entering into castle. So look forward to that, and I think we're going to see some stage plays. We're going to see a show.